There's this video on YouTube about 155mm saying DDT or stolen valor by this LTG Bubba 1010, most likely from Bubba the famous troll on YouTube. Well, he thought it was pretty funny. There was a story on ABC News about guys who steal valor, so he thought it'd be funny. I mean, there's a lot of people that are really stupid. They don't realize that there's a thing called video editing. Well, anyways, watch this.
Afghanistan. Federal officials
See, he put his picture on there?
Down. Operation Stolen Valor, they call it. Tonight, our Brian Ross investigates.
At a time when tens of thousands of U.S. soldiers have put their lives on the line in Iraq and been honored for their sacrifice and courage, federal prosecutors have had to launch a crackdown on phony
he put a picture on here.
They want something that they didn't earn. They didn't have the guts to go and do it themselves.
Authorities say many of the phony heroes make up their stories so they can get free treatment at veterans' hospitals.
They're taking money away that should be used for the deserving veterans.
Most of the phonies are spotted by people who really earn their medals. This supposed Marine...
Okay, now here's the real video. And this is, I'll show you who the real video is about, too.
Tens of thousands of
look at that, it's a different video.
On the line in Iraq,
and it's not about 155.
Sacrifice and courage.
It's the same fucking
Federal prosecutors
ABC News report.
A crackdown on phony heroes.
Now watch.
They want something that they didn't earn. They didn't have the guts to go and do it themselves.
Authorities say many of the phony heroes make up their stories so they can get free treatment at veterans' hospitals.
They're taking money away that should be used for the deserving veterans.
Most of the phonies are spotted by people who really earn their medals. In St. Louis, this supposed Marine
that doesn't look like 155 to me.
Was turned in because he seemed too fat to be a real Marine. It turns out he never served a day in the Marines.
Once I was in Baghdad...
But authorities say
this is the guy the story was about, really.
This man, 23-year-old Jesse Macbeth.
Does that look like 155?
In a YouTube video seen around the world, Macbeth became a rallying point for anti-war groups as he talked of the Purple Heart he received in Iraq and described how he and other U.S. Army Rangers killed innocent civilians at a Baghdad mosque.
Women and men, were whiter than their prayer.
Oh, fuck you, you little greaseball.
It was a complete fabrication.
He was in for approximately 6 weeks.
See, now watch this. Here's the same video, but the guy edited
with a chest full of honors was turned in because he seemed too fat
he made
to be
it look
a
like
real
155.
Marine. It turns out he never served a day in the Marines.
They edited
But authorities say the most disturbing case involves this man.
Hello, mates, lass.
In a YouTube video seen around the world, became a rallying point for anti-war groups as he talked of the Purple Heart he received in Iraq.
Dude, 155mm never said he earned a Purple Heart. So obviously, I'm going to put links to here, and you can watch both of them. This ABC News report. So these guys, they can fool a lot of people. There's a lot of fucking stupid people, and people wonder why I stick up for this guy. Because I read these things about people were saying. They said, "Oh, I wish 155 would have died over there in the first Gulf War." And then when they had their fun saying that, then they said, "Oh well, he was a fake vet." And then he said his rifles that they were all jealous of. His $5,000 whatever Barrett rifle was an airsoft rifle because they were jealous because all they could do was buy a piece of shit rifle, $99 rifle. They couldn't even hit a 4-inch group at 100 yards with it. And then they said the first Gulf War was only a 100-hour war. Yeah, and tell the guys that were over there. And the family members of the soldiers that were over there and they had died, or the ones that were injured badly or sick with the so-called, whatever they call Gulf War illness, whether they were breathing in oil fires or chemicals from the tank rounds or artillery fire or chemicals that Saddam was releasing on them, or just being over in that scumbag part of the country, in nasty ass freaking part of the country, with infestation of freaking parasites and viruses and chemical weapons. So I just thought I'd make that video to show the morons on YouTube. These are the same morons that will believe that believe 9/11 was an inside job because they watched some freaking libtard college professor make up some edit job video.